This episode of Hardwired is brought to you by Azulle. Hey, welcome to Hardwired. In our last episode, we reviewed Azulle's Byte Plus, their fanless mini PC that can replace your bulky desktop tower, and if you want to see that, check the description. But now Azulle is back at it again. They saw some of our more negative points on the Byte Plus review as kind of a challenge, so they sent us the new Access Plus to see what we thought. Let's see how she fares on the seas of Hardwired. The Access Plus is the latest entry in Azulle's line of mini PC sticks. It's here to take care of all your media or office needs, whether you're in a murdery hotel room or your nice safe living room. Basically, Azulle has taken the idea of the mini PC stick and turned that bitch up to 11 with a nice array of ports and decent hardware. The experience is nice and buttery. Like a bagel. Or toast. Where the Byte Plus is the size and shape of a good old head basher, the form factor of the Access Plus is nice and sleek, with a lot of attention being put into being discreet. As for ports, you got a USB 2.0, 3.0, headphone jack, Kensington lock, a micro SD card reader, and Ethernet, which is amazing for media center setups. So let me tell you a little secret about the mini PC stick business. They're usually made with budget in mind for everything, so when Azulle goes, "No way, Jose," and gives you an Ethernet port anyway, that's some adult livin', tax-paying shit. Let's talk about some pros. In the Byte Plus review, the first pro is price, and that's still true, and even more so now. You can get the higher-end Access Plus with 4 gigs of RAM for $10 less than the base model of the Byte Plus. Props to Azulle for fitting so much pizzazz into such a tiny body, like Danny DeVito. And if one Danny DeVito comparison wasn't enough, you could put the Access Plus in any bag or pocket, and away you go. Seriously though, this thing is smaller than most cell phones and smoother than my velvet undies.
Brian, you wear velvet undies?
You know it. With the same general hardware as the Byte Plus, performance is still great. HD video, general web browsing, and word processing. Hell, I wrote this review on the Access Plus. And with the much needed 4 gigs of RAM, it takes care of the biggest problem we had with the Byte Plus, which was the advertisement of gaming on the box and on the website, so you can actually do some light gaming and the unit won't crash or explode or whatever. We even had the Windows 10 edition of Minecraft running on the Access Plus at a nice solid frame rate with a few graphical tweaks. Much better than on the Byte Plus thanks to the extra 2 gigs of RAM. Give me them cons! Now, while portability is definitely a pro, most PC sticks are lightweight and low spec, so they can easily just hang out of an HDMI port. But because the Access Plus has all the added hardware and power, the whole thing just kind of droops and feels really awkward, like a pair of grandma's tits. Now, to be fair, Azulle does give you an adapter, and that fixes things to an extent, but then you're left with this thing just kind of hanging, dangling on your desk or from your TV. So, Brian, with all your wisdom, genius, and amazingness, what do we peasant folk do? Well, you just grab a handy strip of Velcro brand industrial strength tape and you handle that shit. And the final con is kind of a rehash from the Byte Plus review, but storage. Still meh. 32 gigs is just not enough, especially when more than half of it is taken up by your Windows installation and pre-installed Microsoft crap. I mentioned the micro SD card slot earlier, and that does help, but it would be a lot nicer to see a full-size SD card slot or just more storage in it anyway. But I do understand, there's only so much you can fit in this Danny DeVito-sized package. So Azulle, we still love you. Now boys and girls, gather round because this is not my first Azulle rodeo. Let me be the first one to tell you that this is where Azulle shines. Something like the Byte Plus, which is still a good product, just doesn't stand up to the competition. But the Access Plus, totally different story. It honestly blows all of the PC sticks away. For the price and the features you're getting, anyone looking for a media PC or a computer to travel with that isn't a laptop, look no further. Finally, is it worth your money? I'd say yeah. Honestly, this is the type of product that even if you're not in the market for one, you can still find a creative use for it. So Azulle, if I had a hat, which I don't, I'd take it off for you. So I guess I'll just, like,
Brian, no.
do this.
No, Brian, no.
I need to compensate the people! So that is the show. If you liked it or learned anything, hit that subscribe button down below. And while you're doing that, follow me on Twitter. But as for me, I'm out of here.